Alright guys, it has been confirmed today that Kingda is getting removed, or at least closing. It's definitely not confirmed that the entire structure's going, and I'll get into that later. But yeah, I was sort of wrong guys, sorry. I definitely saw all the markers. I personally didn't think there was enough evidence to definitely say for sure that Kingda was getting removed, but I mean, what we got today is definitely as hard of evidence as you can get. The park literally just said it's getting removed for a record-breaking launch coaster in 2026. And, I mean, this is why you always have to keep an open mind. I definitely knew that there was a possibility that I was wrong. When it comes to outlandish-sounding rumors like this one, I usually stick with whatever the most normal-sounding situation is until I'm proven wrong, which the most normal-sounding situation in this case was that all the other people were wrong and that Kingda is actually staying, because that's a pretty outlandish statement that Kingda is actually getting removed, but it turns out it's actually happening. So what is replacing it? It is none other than a record-breaking launch coaster. And I know there's a lot of speculation on what this is, and I don't know exactly what it is, but this is going to be my bold prediction that I am sticking with until the day it gets 100% proven wrong. You can take this to my grave. This ride will be done by Mock Rides. I guarantee it. For starters, both options I'm going to discuss are Mock Rides coasters. I mean, one isn't a Mock Rides coaster, but it could definitely be done by Mock Rides. And the other is my friend literally talked to the park president. He said to my friend Mach 400. I mean, like I said, I pretty much guarantee it's Mach. There's two options they could go with, and I think both of them would handily beat Kingda, which I know is controversial, alright? I know they definitely have some big shoes to fill, but either of these options would destroy Kingda. I'm sorry. The first one would be a reimagining. Yes, this would be done by Mach, not Zamperla, not Intamin. People are saying, oh, they're definitely not doing it because of Top Thrill 2. What you gotta consider is, I don't think it's the technology that they're really struggling with. I think it's the fact that Zamperla is doing it. Like, you gotta remember, these are the guys that are known for flat rides. And when they make a coaster, it's usually pretty crummy, so the fact that they took on Top Thrill 2 was just pretty irresponsible by them, because clearly they had no clue what they were doing. If Mock Rides took over that project, I would have written Top Thrill 2 by now. 99% of the population would have. We would have been saying it's an amazing ride. It would have been better than Top Thrill 2 is. It just would have been so much better if they would have gone to Mach. So definitely don't rule out the reimagining just because of Top Thrill 2, because I know Mach is definitely up to the challenge, and they would do such a good job. There's plenty of room behind Twister and behind Parachutes for that spike. I don't even know if they need to go that far, but they could if they really need to. They could put an airtime hill over the launch track, unlike Zamperla did. You could potentially even add a layout extension, which would go after that final speed hill, and that would go through Green Lantern and the boardwalk. I think that would be really cool. You'd really have an Ultra Elite coaster if you did that. I'd love to see that, but I'd also love to see the second option, which is the 400-foot Extreme Spinner. This sounded ridiculous at first, but it's looking sort of likely that it would happen. This would be ridiculous. This would be one of the best coasters in the world. I get that it's a shuttle coaster, and maybe it wouldn't be a shuttle coaster. Maybe they changed it up. Maybe it's just like a normal top hat. But either way, this large of a spinning coaster would be absurd. I have heard nothing but incredible things about the Drop-On Time Traveler and Ride to Happiness. Imagine that, but 4 times larger. I mean, I can't imagine it because I haven't been on either of them, but apparently it's some of the strongest airtime ever, and you're going to take it at a weird angle, either sideways, backwards, anything like that, and you're just falling for 400 feet. I mean, that's going to be one of the greatest moments of all time. And then you've also got what could be an inverted launch. And I think people are definitely underestimating this. Think about how you get pushed back in your seat on a normal launch. Like how you sort of get thrown back. Now imagine you're experiencing that while getting hang time, while rotating throughout. when you're hanging upside down, you're just sort of letting go. You have nothing holding you in but the restraint. You're experiencing 0 G's, right? So you're falling out of the train. And then when you start accelerating, you're just going to get pinned to the back of your seat, but you're not actually going to be in your seat. You're going to experience a launch while experiencing airtime. I can't comprehend how cool that will be. And you're also going to be getting laterals throughout this. These two elements alone would make this so much better than Kingda Ka. And then you add in all the other things that they might do. There might not be a whole lot besides that, but those two elements alone, oh my god, would make it one of the best coasters I've been on easily. So either option sounds amazing. Either option would be way more than a worthy replacement for Kingda Ka. But which one will actually happen? Now, some of the wording in this statement suggests that it's getting totally bulldozed, and other pieces of wording suggest that it might be staying around, the top hat might be staying around. But the biggest thing that makes me think the top hat could be staying around is the fact that they said nothing about Zumanjaro. They did not bring up Zumanjaro once, which makes me think Zumanjaro could be staying around, which if Zumanjaro's staying around, that obviously means the top hat's staying around, which points to a refurbishment and a reimagining by Mach. But the other thing you gotta consider is, what if this is a reimagining, but it's a spinning coaster? That could compete with Airy Force 1 if they actually did that. That might be too insane, but who knows? Crazier things have happened in this world. There is a bit of evidence, including some wording that the park used, to suggest that the whole ride is getting bulldozed, which in that case, it would definitely be the 400-foot spinning coaster, which again, I wouldn't be too mad about. But right now, I still have to stick with the reimagining, at least until I could see some hard evidence that shows that the top hat is going to get removed. Once I see that, I'll convert over to the Mach 400-foot spinning coaster. But for right now, I have to say it's going to be a reimagining, similar to Top Thrill 2, but done by Mach Rides. So that is my take on this whole Kingda Ka getting removed situation. Again, I did jump the gun a little bit on saying that it wasn't getting removed, but I did want to stick it out until I was proven completely wrong, which now I am. I definitely needed all the evidence to be swayed on this one because, again, it's just such an outlandish rumor. For rumors like this, I definitely want all the evidence, and now I've got it, so I'm switching. So let me know if you guys think it's a reimagining or a spinning coaster, maybe a combination of both. I really hope that's the case, but probably not. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.